win the quarter, win the game. That's what we're saying in the bench, going into it, and just knowing we got to just focus. They coming off a back-to-back, so running them and getting they can only play so much. So they're gonna get tired, whatever that may be. We're controlling what we can, executing down the stretch. That's what we did.
Feel like a playoff game tonight?
It did. It did. Definitely had that energy, had that atmosphere, and that's my thing too. Like when we coming down the stretch, you got to look around the standings and seeing what other guys doing, hoping guys losing this and that. But I mean, you can control your destiny when you meet those teams, and that's what we did tonight. So I was proud of what we put together.
What's it like to just watch Steph on highlights tonight?
You got to remember to play the game when you're sitting there watching him do stuff like that. Just coming off those screens, finding any inch of space, pulling it, knocking it down. I mean, that's a special performance from a special player.
You mentioned it feeling like a playoff game. Like, are you feeling the stakes right now, and how big a swing every game is?
I feel like my mindset is win games. All the pressure of it and all the other stuff. You can make yourself feel a whatever way because of whatever. If you win games, then things gonna turn out how you want to. So that's my mindset, and then I'm gonna just keep it that way.
You guys went 28-28 from the line. Jimmy went 12-12. How large a factor was that?
28 points large. I didn't know that until now, but I mean that's amazing to the stat that we had because those free throws can determine a game. Those when you're not making them, that's when you really feel them. But yeah, obviously it was a big part of it.
Part of that was he fouled Jaren Jackson out late on that pump fake. How big was that play?
Oh yeah, that was a big one. He he got that mid-range shot that you gotta pay attention to. Baited him into it. He want to go get the block. So it was a big time.
49-43 on the glass for you guys tonight. I mean, how gratifying is that to out-rebound a team as big as the Grizzlies?
Yeah, well, that was the emphasis going into the game, knowing they were gonna have more size out there on the floor. So cracking back, guards coming back to rebound, hitting those big guys. Yeah, that was the game plan.
Hey Moses, tonight's kind of like a homecoming. You being from Little Rock. Man, is there any added pressure, to kind of like go out there and perform, knowing that you kind of close to the crib in a way?
Yeah, in a way, it's some pressure with it, but I mean, really, it's just being able to perform in front of my people. They watch me on TV all the time, all the way out in California, but I got a lot of people here today. Had to get a lot of tickets for all my people, so just being able to talk to them, have them come see me play in person. Because I've been gone for a while. I went to Montverde in high school, so I've been away from home playing for a long time. So whenever they get to come experience it, it's a lot of fun. So. But I got to show out when I'm around the whole crowd. So that's I guess there is a little added pressure there.
Got a lot of free tickets too.
Oh yeah, Double R. Shout out to him. He the man.
I mean, the guy's 37 years old. It's incredible. 52 points with people draped all over him all game long. The conditioning, the skill, the audacity, the belief. It's just incredible to watch Steph at work. I mean, I can't believe he's still doing this at this age, but he's put the work in and he still got it.
How much do you think that week off he just had maybe boosted him a little bit?
I think it helped, and I think 2 rounds of golf on this road trip helped. Yeah, I'm only half joking. The week off was helpful for him. I think he looks recharged, rejuvenated, and he just. I think last time he was here, he didn't make a field goal. I guarantee you that was on his mind. We lost by 50 or something, and we know how they like to guard him. They've done a great job on him. They've done a great job on us. The first 3 games of the year. We averaged, I think, 19 turnovers against them, and tonight only 11. And I feel like there was a really concerted effort to execute and get organized and stay poised. And for the most part, I loved the way we played throughout. We had a couple of bad spells, but it was really a solid effort. It's an amazing game. I mean, both teams played at a really high level. They made 18 threes. Ja was unstoppable. So great game, and we were fortunate to come out on top, but we made big plays down the stretch to make it happen.
You feel like a playoff game?
It did. Felt like one, and obviously the implications were huge. You know, now they got to beat us by 2 games here over the last 7 to catch us. So that's helpful for us, and we're obviously fighting it out with Minnesota, with the Clippers, and you never know what happens with anybody. So you got to handle your own business.
You mentioned the last time you were here. How long ago does that feel?
How
just long ago does that feel?
Completely different team. Jimmy saved our season. The trade saved our season. Everybody knows that, but you watch what he did tonight, 12 for 12 from the line. Steph goes off the floor. We're running everything through him. Just a big-time defender, big-time two-way player. And Jimmy has made the rest of the pieces fit. Moses, BP, Gee, Quentin. It's just the roster makes sense. We got guys who are competitive and tough and smart, and they're, as Steph talked about, he wanted to play meaningful basketball again, and he's getting to do that. We're all getting to do that, and it's a lot of fun.
Jimmy fouled out Jaren on that pump fake.
Yeah.
You mentioned it 12 to 12 at the line, and then he had a strip on Ja on that pass.
Yeah.
Just those 2 plays in particular, how big were they?
Playoff Jimmy, It's a real thing. I mean, he's a big-time, big-game performer at both ends. So much of that comes down to your IQ, basketball IQ. Obviously, he's got a lot of gifts, incredibly strong, and, really fluid athlete. But to me, it's his brain that puts him over the top. And I thought that the pump fake with Jaren was kind of the play of the game to me.
28 for 28 from the free throw line. That was a weakness at one point this season. Well, how significant is that for you to see your team shoot like that at the line in a game of this magnitude?
Yeah, I mean, to get to the line and to knock them down, it's such a big deal. It's free points, but it's you're also getting your defense set up. So every time, Jimmy gets to the line, we're setting our defense up in the half court and calming the game down, and that's obviously a huge boost to our team.
Coach, one more game to go on the road trip. Just knowing how important this game was, the standings and everything, the energy of the others. We know what Steph is going to do. We know what Jimmy's going to do, but Draymond gave great effort. Plazinski gave great effort as well. Let's talk about the energy from those guys, and you guys went to second chance points and fast break points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the game. This game was about winning the battles. By that I mean, can we get more possessions than they did? We got 15 offensive boards to their 8. They turned it over 5 more times than we did. I felt like, with the size disadvantage that we had going against Edey, it was imperative that we dig out the loose balls and the long rebounds and swarm him when he caught the ball in the paint. And so I thought our guys really executed the game plan beautifully. And obviously we had to make 22 threes to win the game because they made 18, and it was a really high level, high skill game. And as I said, we're happy to come out on top.
Steve, you've seen Steph do a lot of things over the years. There's a point towards the end of the first half that even you turned around and couldn't believe his shot. What was going through your mind at that point?
He's still doing it. I've been watching this for 11 years and actually longer. Before I became coach, I was enjoying watching him play. But to coach him, you get a real sense of just the magnitude of his talent, his character, his work ethic, passion for the game, passion for the work that he puts in. So, guy's amazing to watch, and we're lucky to have him.
Oh, I know you mentioned Jimmy's pump fake as the play of the game. Where would Podziemski's tip in?
Tip in was huge, and Moses' 3 from the corner. I mean, we had multiple guys step up and make big plays, but that's kind of what Brandon does. He makes plays like that. That's one of the reasons we like him so much. He's got a nose for the ball. He's got a feel for how to make a big play, beat other people to the ball. That was big time.
Steph Curry scores 52, surpassing Ja Morant and leading Warriors to crucial victory against Grizzlies. What a night. The Golden State Warriors found themselves at a pivotal moment in the NBA season, where every game can shift playoff standings. On Tuesday, they faced off against their longtime rivals, the Memphis Grizzlies, in a must-win matchup. Entering the game, the Warriors were sitting in 6th place, just half a game behind 5th and half a game ahead of the 7th and 8th spots. The stakes couldn't have been higher, especially since the Grizzlies were right in front of them at 5th. A win would propel the Warriors into that coveted 5th spot. A loss could drop them to 7th, or even 8th if the Timberwolves won their game. With everything on the line, Tuesday's matchup quickly became one of the most thrilling games of the year, and the Warriors delivered, edging out the Grizzlies 134-125 in a nail-biter that showcased the intensity of playoff basketball. There was a mix of hope and concern as the game began. On one hand, the Grizzlies had been struggling, losing 6 of their last 7 games, and had recently fired their head coach. On the other, Memphis always treats games against Golden State like a personal vendetta, having handed the Warriors a devastating 51-point loss in their last meeting at the FedEx Forum. From the opening tip, both teams came out swinging, knowing what was at stake. The Warriors, however, found a rhythm early on. Draymond Green ignited the offense, but it was Steph Curry who truly took charge. With 3 consecutive three-pointers, he gave the Warriors a 22-14 lead, forcing the Grizzlies to call a timeout. Before long, Golden State's lead swelled to 17 points, showcasing their explosive ball movement against Memphis's more isolation-focused style. Despite a dip in energy when Curry took a breather, he returned just in time to close out the highest-scoring first quarter of the season for the Warriors, ending it with 19 points. They led 45-32, signaling that they meant business. But Memphis wasn't about to roll over. Fueled by a passionate home crowd, they started the second quarter with a surge, with Ja Morant stepping up to the challenge. Yet, the Warriors remained resilient, continuing to move the ball well. Curry's first-half performance was nothing short of spectacular, 32 points on 11 of 16 shooting, including 8 three-pointers. As the second half began, Memphis clawed back, briefly taking the lead. But Golden State responded with determination, and Curry began to flirt with breaking Klay Thompson's record for most three-pointers in a game. The back-and-forth continued, each team refusing to give an inch. With the game tied at 103 going into the final quarter, it was clear that the last 12 minutes would be crucial. The teams traded baskets, with Curry back on the floor and poised to take control. A deep 3 from Curry gave him 50 points and put the Warriors back in the lead with just under 3 minutes left. In the dying moments, the Warriors showcased their experience. Curry missed a three-pointer, but Brandon Podziemski soared for the tip-in, extending the lead to 5. A crucial turnover by Morant and a 3 from Moses Moody sealed the deal, giving the Warriors an 8-point cushion with just 40 seconds remaining. Curry capped off his incredible night with 52 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and a block, shooting an impressive 16 of 31 from the field and 12 of 20 from beyond the arc. Jimmy Butler also shone brightly with 27 points and a perfect performance from the free throw line. Draymond Green notched a triple-double, contributing 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. It was a night for the stars, with Morant scoring 36 for the Grizzlies and Jackson adding 22. But in the end, it was the Warriors who emerged victorious, solidifying their position for an exciting matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers on Thursday. What a night for Golden State. With the victory, the Warriors not only secured their 5th-place standing, but also gained vital momentum heading into the final stretch of the season. The win against the Grizzlies was more than just a score, it was a statement. Golden State demonstrated resilience and determination, especially after facing the pressure of a competitive playoff race. Curry's performance was nothing short of legendary, and it sent ripples throughout the league. Fans and analysts alike buzzed about his ability to elevate his game when it mattered most. Social media erupted with highlights of his stunning three-pointers and acrobatic plays, with many declaring this performance as one of the best of his storied career. The chatter around Curry's potential to break records only intensified, with discussions of his pursuit of Thompson's three-point record becoming a hot topic. Moreover, the implications of this win extended beyond the Warriors. The Grizzlies, who had hoped to solidify their playoff positioning, now faced mounting pressure. Their recent struggles raised questions about their playoff viability and whether they could regroup in time for the postseason. Speculation about their coaching situation and team dynamics began to swirl, as pundits questioned if they could bounce back from this disappointing loss. The rivalry between the Warriors and Grizzlies also reignited old tensions. Players from both teams exchanged heated words on the court, showcasing the fierce competitive spirit that defines their matchups. This victory could serve as a psychological edge for Golden State as they prepare for potential future encounters in the playoffs. Looking ahead, the Warriors' upcoming game against the Los Angeles Lakers looms large. It promises to be a high-stakes clash, with both teams eyeing playoff positioning. Curry's performance against Memphis has set the stage for what could be another electrifying showdown, and fans are eagerly anticipating how he and the Warriors will respond to this new challenge. As the season hurtles toward its conclusion, every game becomes crucial, and the Warriors are poised to make a significant impact. With Curry leading the charge and the team finding its rhythm, the question on everyone's mind is whether Golden State can sustain this momentum and make a deep playoff run. In the post-game interviews, Curry emphasized the importance of teamwork and staying focused. "We know what's at stake, and every game matters," he said. "We just need to keep building on this momentum and trust in each other." His words resonated with fans, reinforcing the belief that the Warriors are a formidable force as the playoffs approach. As the basketball world watches closely, the Warriors have once again positioned themselves as a team to beat. With their sights set on a championship, this win against the Grizzlies is just the beginning of what they hope will be a thrilling postseason journey. Stephen Curry's historic masterpiece, 52 points, lead Warriors to crucial victory over Grizzlies. In a dazzling display of skill and determination, Stephen Curry lit up the scoreboard with 52 points, including an incredible 12 three-pointers, guiding the Warriors to a pivotal 134-125 win against the Grizzlies in Memphis on Tuesday night. This performance not only showcased his scoring prowess but also highlighted his all-around game. He grabbed 10 rebounds, dished out 8 assists, and snagged 5 steals. Remarkably, Curry becomes the second player in NBA history to score 50 points while achieving these additional milestones. This game was more than just another win. It was a key battle in the Western Conference, helping the Warriors leapfrog the Grizzlies into 5th place in the standings. The victory also secured a crucial tiebreaker, as the Warriors clinched the season series against Memphis 3-1. Curry's explosive start. Curry set the tone early, hitting his first 5 field goal attempts, including 4 three-pointers, as he exploded for 19 points in the first quarter, his highest-scoring quarter of the season. By halftime, he had already amassed 32 points and 8 threes, putting him in elite company. With this performance, he tied LeBron James for the third most 30-point games, 19, since play-by-play data began in 1997-98. Making history. In the third quarter, Curry scored 9 consecutive points, surpassing Jerry West on the all-time scoring list to claim 25th place. He also broke West's record for the second most 50-point games in franchise history, 15, trailing only the legendary Wilt Chamberlain, 105. At 37, Curry holds the record for the most 50-point games after turning 35-5, and stands alongside James as the only players with multiple such games. A triple-double from Green. Draymond Green also shone, notching his first triple-double of the season with 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Recently named Western Conference Defensive Player of the Month, Green added 2 steals and a block, proving his invaluable contribution to the team. Resilient performance from Butler. Jimmy Butler III played a grueling 38 minutes, even battling through a tough ankle injury in the third quarter. He contributed significantly with 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, going a perfect 12-4-12 from the free throw line. His efforts helped the Warriors maintain their flawless free throw shooting, finishing 28-4-28 as a team. Looking ahead. Next up, the Warriors head to Los Angeles for another crucial game in the Western Conference race, facing off against the Lakers on Thursday. With the momentum on their side, this promises to be another thrilling matchup. As the Warriors gear up for their showdown with the Lakers, the stakes couldn't be higher. With playoff positioning hanging in the balance, every game is crucial. Curry's performance not only elevates his status, but also inspires his teammates to rise to the occasion. His ability to score in bunches ignites the Warriors' offense and reinforces their reputation as one of the most formidable teams in the league. Impact on playoff dynamics. Curry's historic night sends a strong message to the Western Conference. The Warriors are not to be underestimated. As they inch closer to the playoffs, this victory against Memphis not only boosts their confidence but also solidifies their defensive capabilities, particularly with Green leading the charge. His recent accolade as Defensive Player of the Month underscores his importance on both ends of the court, making him a key player in the upcoming playoff battles. The rivalry with the Grizzlies has intensified, and this victory might have implications for their postseason encounters. Memphis, feeling the sting of this loss, will likely regroup and come back stronger, setting the stage for a thrilling playoff series if both teams qualify. The stakes have never been higher, and the intensity is palpable. Curry's legacy. Curry's continued excellence at 37 years old raises intriguing questions about his legacy. With every 50-point game, he not only etches his name further into the history books but also solidifies his position as one of the greatest shooters and scorers in the game. Basketball analysts and fans alike are beginning to draw comparisons between him and the legends of the game, pondering whether he can extend this remarkable level of play into the playoffs and beyond. Looking ahead to the Lakers. As the Warriors prepare to face the Lakers, they will need to carry this momentum into what promises to be a fiercely competitive matchup. The Lakers, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis, are themselves vying for playoff positioning and will not make it easy for the Warriors. The atmosphere in Los Angeles will be electric, as fans anticipate a showdown between two of the league's most storied franchises. The outcome of this game could very well shape the narrative for the rest of the season. A win would not only bolster the Warriors' confidence, but also provide a psychological edge heading into the playoffs. Conversely, a loss could raise questions about their consistency and readiness for the postseason. Community and fan reactions. Back in the Bay Area, the excitement is palpable. Fans are buzzing about Curry's performance, with social media alight with highlights and discussions about his greatness. Local sports talk shows are dedicating segments to dissect his game and what it means for the Warriors' championship aspirations. The community's support is unwavering, and the enthusiasm surrounding the team continues to grow. As the season reaches its climax, all eyes will be on the Warriors. With Curry at the helm and a cohesive team effort, they are poised to make a deep playoff run. The narrative is set, and the stage is ready. Can they deliver when it matters most?